Hi folks, welcome back to the Horde. Today it's time to add another sticker to the collection. Backroad Adventure Touring Team. He actually calls himself the Old Brat Rider. So if he comments on your videos, the comment will come from Old Brat Rider. I prefer to think of him as not Old Brat Rider. And the reason why I prefer to think of him like that is it appears as if he's about my age, which means he's got a 18-year-old mind stuck in a body that might be 2 or 3 times 18 years old. Makes it tough when you're trying to behave like an 18-year-old and your body's more than a half a century old. So let's put that there for now. Anyway, he sent me a little note. Harvey, thanks for the stickers, your support, your videos on wiring help me a lot. It's always good to watch what you're doing with the Horde. Take care, keep the camera rolling, and as you say, enjoy all your days. I really agree with that. Anyway, if you go out and check out his channel, once again, you have to go to Old Brat Rider. He does a lot of cool stuff. He made a press brake for bending metal, and it looks like he can bend some pretty thick stuff there. He's got a really nice shop. He's got a great Horde with a PT Cruiser, a kit car. I think that's known as an Excalibur, right? Calls it the Brat Rider Mobile, but it's an Excalibur. He working with his daughter on a sheet metal project. I don't think he ever told us what that's going to be yet. You know, he's just got a whole bunch of stuff going on. He's got the twin tractor to the Sears here. I don't recall if he's got a hydro in his or not. He's just got a whole horde of stuff going on. Dragged an old Yamaha out of the shed. That looks like it needs plenty of love and attention. You know, Horde management. When I had questions on the Horde, his looks just like this with the bucket, the orange, the whole shooting match. So, yeah, go check him out. Good guy, good comments, different things going on. A Horde. I'm going to call it similar to mine. He's doing a little better job keeping it undercover than I am with my Horde. He seems to have a little better control over his stuff than I do. I seem to put up a building when it's... I seem to be putting up my buildings at about a third of the rate I need to be putting them up. By the time I put up a building, I'm able to get less than half the crap in it that I need to get in it, and I still have half the crap outside that shouldn't be outside. So that's he's doing better than I am in that respect. For anybody who would like to send me a sticker, I've had my address swapped around a whole bunch of times, though I haven't moved. And that's because of 911 and then building houses on the road. Then they want to renumber things. And then when they renumber things, of course, that means the mailman has to give your mail to your neighbor, and you got to wait for them to bring it over and all that. So I kind of gave up on that, and I went with a P.O. Box. So Harvey Spooner, P.O. Box 205, LaGrangeville, New York, 12540. So that makes it easy to get in touch with me. Lastly, I made some they're known as Southern style ribs, and they were just tough. They just didn't. There probably wasn't enough fat in the meat, so they were just a little bit tough. So I decided to punt. I took them and I trimmed the meat down, got the bone out of it and all that, and chucked them in a small pot with just a little bit of water to start with to kind of make it so that the meat fell apart. Let's see how all that meat has nicely fallen apart. Then I gave it several squirts of this stuff, Sweet Baby Ray's. Everybody has their own favorite barbecue sauce. And this claims to be award-winning. Got this over to the Hannafords. Right. Don't pay that much for it. They just had 2 bottles for $4. Same size bottle, so shows you where the prices lie with this stuff. Literally all over the place. Anyway, so I cooked the meat probably about an hour. Just adding just a little bit of water at a time, because you don't want too much water in there. Because you don't want it watery. And then I'd add a squirt of this and stir it up and let it cook a little longer. Then check it. If it dried out too much, I'd give it another squirt of this and a few drops of water. And I got to tell you, I put this concoction together, and that's a mighty tasting sandwich right there. You could see Harvey already put I wanted to show you the whole thing, but on the way I was carrying it out, I took a few bites out of it. I was annoying the wife, as she's trying to clean the kitchen up. I'm in there making up all this stuff, and she's like, "How many meals you gonna cook today?" Because I cooked up some eggs for breakfast, and then I cooked this up for lunch, and then I got a massive chicken salad sandwich with carrots and lettuce, a little onion in there, and celery, and mayo, a little bit of pepper in that chicken salad. I like to make my sandwiches so that you basically takes 2 hands to pick up half of a hero sandwich, or a grinder, or a sub, depending where you're from. I like to make it so you got to cut the sandwich in half. And even with that, when you go to pick it up, it's tough to get your hands around it, and then tough to get your mouth around it to take a bite. Now that's where a good sandwich is. When you get a sandwich that's more or less too big to eat comfortably, you've made yourself a proper sandwich. I've already taken a bunch of bites out of this and kind of trimmed some of the stuff off, so this isn't as big a sandwich as it used to be. So there we have it. We had ourselves a nice mail call. Old Pratt Rider, go check him out. He does a lot of cool things. Good man. A lot of, I meet a lot of good people. I often think to myself, if it was like WTBM123 and Old Pratt Rider, Rusty, you Dizzy, Calvin, the whole crew of us, like if we lived near each other, we'd be spending every day just screwing off, getting nothing done, talking, and hey, I got a deal cooking, let's take a ride, and oh yeah, let's pull the engine off of that, and we pull it off, then we'd talk about it, and what do you think I should do? I mean, we'd get nothing done. The whole crew of us would just be goofing off all day, and we'd go from house to house because we couldn't stay any one place for too long. Basically, we'd be going to whoever house where their wife isn't, right? If my wife's out somewhere, we'd be at my house. If you Dizzy's wife is away quite a lot, so we'd be hanging out at his place, right? Wherever the wives aren't, we'd find ourselves, throw in the captain too, right? Captain Jerk, and I mean, just get the whole bunch of us together, and I think we'd have a great time. We'd get nothing done, but we'd have a great time, especially if Calvin brought over some of that moonshine he gets from that distillery near him, or somebody brought in some wine coolers, or I put my son's hard cider in and we started getting into that stuff. Boy, we'd really never get nothing done, and we'd start breaking things. Stuff like this would be getting crashed all the time. So just something to kind of crack up and think about, eh? The whole crew of us messing around together. It would just be a huge laugh, showing off, battle injuries and telling the stories on how we got them, and telling 3/4 truths and 1/4 embellishments, or lies, whatever you want to call them. It would just be fun. Anyway, folks, I want to thank you all for watching all my videos and providing me with all kinds of good advice and thoughts. I really do appreciate that. And you know what I really like seeing? I like really seeing everybody support everybody else out there, So please get out there and do that. Some of you guys are just so positive, Rusty Glove Box truly comes into mind with that. Old Brat Ryder, Calvin. I mean, you guys, I mean, Captain Jerk, you Dizzy. So many of you are just so positive. You know, back from the Volkswagen Darren, you know, the whole YouTube garage, 231 Flash. You know, I'm going from memory, so you know I know I forgot a bunch of you, but please don't, you know, Corey Dunning, just I'm going from memory, guys, and you know I'm senile, so you got to excuse me on that. What I should do is just go down the list from the contests. By the way, I still haven't heard from my friend here, right? I mean, these all good guys here, all really, really good guys, right? The young guys here, Luke's a young guy. Dave, get a lot of good advice from Dave there. I mean, he's a good guy. Tim's a good man. Robert's a good man. 59 Chevy. I mean, we talk all the time. Once again, old Brat Ryder, we talked about him. Corey Dunning. See that, Corey? I remembered your mind. Where's this other guy? I don't want to butcher your name too bad. Mudslinger, we talk. Blazer, Joe Costello, he's been with me forever. Sims, my man. Get a lot of good advice from him. He really knows his generators and stuff. Mike, you know, Robert here. Heidemann. I mean, just once again, all really good guys. Really good guys. So Wally's been with me forever. The first sticker I ever sent out was to Wally. Toasted Stony, Toasted Head. You know, we talked about you, Dizzy. I mean, you guys are great. Rev It Up, Joseph Klein, Josh Klein. He's another young guy going to school for CNC and good, smart guy. Revs it up, cool. You know, you guys know, all of you are great. So even the ones I didn't mention. Coal Roller, you only got a few days left, man, or we're gonna have to give this away again. Garnett, I mean, you guys know you're all good. I hope I didn't miss anybody here. Bleeker 2000. He's always finding me good bikes. The only problem is all the way up in Michigan. But he finds a lot of great deals up there. If anybody wants to travel, Stony Burt, we talk, chat, email, a lot. Mudslinger, Blazer, right? He's one of my guys. 2124 Reading, we chat regularly. Joe, we talked about. I mean, Jeep. Terry, he's been with me forever. He's really great. And then some of the crew, also Musty One. I mean, we already spoke of you, Dizzy. I think I got most every. If anybody I forgot, just send me a nasty gram and I'll mention you. So, folks, you got my address. You can send me stickers. You'll get yourself a nice shout out. My sandwich is getting cold, so I gotta eat. Gotta pound down that sandwich and enjoy the heck out of it. Folks, please, once again, get out there, smile. Get out there, enjoy all your days. Get out there and remember to keep your feet down, keep your head up, and have fun. Bye now, folks.